Zack Snyder, restore the SnyderVerse. All right, let's talk about this. Because obviously today it trended again, which, tends to trend every now and again, which is funny. But the reason why it trended today was interesting, and it was the main reason why it trended today, I have a problem with. Yeah, I do. Because you guys know exactly why it was trending. And I'll show you right here because obviously I was tweeting about it today. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Let me go back. All right. Because, it's great that it's trending. It's at, let me refresh and see where it's at. Currently right now, Restore the SnyderVerse is at 75.3 thousand tweets. So there you go. All right, so that's good. And obviously with the recent tweets and whatever, Clay Stobbs, whatever, the second unit guy, tweeting about stuff, which I think he's just, I don't think he's actually knowing anything. I don't know. There's a lot of things. A lot of people are saying cryptic stuff, but and then of course Zach just tweeting, or not tweeting, but Veroing his turkey with Final Crisis in the background. So, boop. And this is what's great too, is the fact that Kevin Smith right here was like, hey, he was like, "Dear Zack Snyder, please include the line Aquaman's got mad sharks in any potential Final Crisis flick. It yearns to be the rallying cry of the SnyderVerse. If Darkseid exclaimed it, that would especially rock. Many thanks, sir." And then of course, Darkseid himself was like, "Time to fire up the mic." So that's great right there. I love how people are having fun with it. They're having fun with it. And Kevin Smith adding to it, of course. Okay, so there's that. We'll get to that. That's the yeah. Was that that was the only thing? Was that the only thing? Okay, yeah, that was. Okay, so basically what happened was the culture nerd. Hey, we haven't heard from those guys in a little bit. I wonder why. Was it because a lot of the shit that they talked about, a lot of the shit, in the past year and a half, 2 years, all was not true? Pretty much. Most of it, I would say. And with the whole motion comic that they were trying to do with Lightcast, yeah, it all went to shit. And they were exposed to being con artists, essentially. Okay? So, that's what the main thing was, is all of a sudden, Culture Nerd goes on their Instagram saying that they are hearing stuff, and you guys should all be tweeting out hashtag Restore the SnyderVerse, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and whatnot. And I went, you got to be fucking kidding me. Now, when I saw that, I went, Jesus Christ, here we go. This motherfucker he's trying to make a return right here. He's trying to make a return. And then, of course, when that happens, all of a sudden, this shows up on the Instagram right here. Just wanted to say, y'all are blowing up my DMs. Again, I'm not a scooper. I won't be sharing details because that would make me a scooper. I have no desire to be that person, bullshit, to have that attention, bullshit, etc. I popped into Twitter and already saw a ton of hate from people claiming I'm seeking attention or trying to lie to people or whatever. Again, I won't be sharing details. But again, how many times are you going to say again? Let's get trending and be excited for the future again. Okay, so he popped it on Twitter, and already a ton of people, he saw a ton of hate from people claiming I'm seeking attention or trying to lie to the people or whatever. You know who's to blame for that? You! You're to blame for that. Okay? Should we go down the list? Ben Affleck signing up for his Batman series. Remember, they were scouting locations already. The Air Cut currently being worked on by Zoic Studios, and they're reinserting Steppenwolf. Where's that? The storyboard? Should I talk about the storyboard again? That was on the back of a script, which it wasn't. We know that was actually on a board, a whiteboard. Really? Lying to people? Yes, that's what you did. Okay? So if you saw hate, it's your fault. Stop playing victim. This is what irked the shit out of me today. Irked me. I have nothing against tweeting out and trending, restore the SnyderVerse. Of course not. But the fact of the matter is that the fact that these guys started it. I'm like, don't be fooled. He saw an opportunity because of all the recent stuff that's happened, especially with Snyder's Vero post. He saw that opportunity, so what did he do? He went to his Instagram and posted that and saw that it started blowing up. And then all of a sudden he does this and says he's playing victim. All of a sudden he's playing victim. Oh, I saw all this hate. Your fault. Your fault. Sam Benjamin, Green Lantern, remember that? Your fault. Your fault. You can't just play victim like that. I'm sorry. This is what pissed me off. I believe there was something else too. What was it? Let's see. Give me a break. Okay, so wait a minute. There was another tweet. Let me find it here. Let's go combing through the... Oh, he deleted it. He deleted it. No way. Oh, no. God damn it. He deleted it. This guy named Jacob's Writing or whatever the hell, he commented underneath somebody else's post about this, saying that, yes, he was an editor on The Cultured Nerd. And yes, they make shit up. That's what he said. Somebody has a screenshot somewhere. I quote tweeted it and said, yes, tweet, hashtag restore the SnyderVerse, all you want, have at it. But don't let these guys play you for fools, because that's exactly what they did. They knew exactly what they're doing. They saw a fan base that was hungry, and they knew exactly if they just told this fan base what they wanted to hear, they would get all these followers. You don't know how many people I have talked to that have been on streams, part of streams or whatever, that have had DMs with the Cultured Nerd or Lightcast because they were always trying to recruit people. They tried it with me. I was on Lightcast, and fucking Matt tried to sway me into thinking that he actually knew what he was talking about. And it's just kind of sad because it's like, motherfucker, I can text Zach right now if you want me to. I've been given that privilege somehow. You know, I guess I'm doing something right when the actual director is willing to come on my stream, willing to show up and talk and have conversations with me. Crazy, right? So I couldn't be swayed. Some people got swayed, sadly. But then, you know, things were learned the hard way. But yeah, this guy right here, apparently, I don't know, I guess he got a lot of attention for his tweet or his response. But yes, he full on said that the Culture Nerd makes up stuff. Full on. Somebody's got a screenshot. Jeez. Hey, there's Mama Film Junkie. Hello, Mom. But yes. So, I don't mind, guys. I don't mind. And that's what's so funny is, like, I kept on getting responses today on my tweets that kept saying, like, but hey, man, it doesn't hurt that it trends. And I'm like, that's not the point. Tweet it all you want. I'm not saying, no, don't tweet, hashtag restore the SnyderVerse. Don't tweet it. That's not what I was saying, but a lot of people were making it seem like that's what I was saying. I was like, no, just don't let these guys play you for a fool. Play you for fools like they did in the past. That's my gripe. They don't know shit. They don't know jack shit. I can guarantee you that. They don't know anything. He saw an opportunity, and just like all the other stuff, because it's just like, let's see, let me do some calculations. There's maybe a 67% that I'm right. So let's go ahead and put it out there. Maybe. Because, you know, and if we're not right, whatever. It's okay. We'll get something right. That's the way they operate. It's the way they operate. And I say, fuck that. You're not going to do that. You're not coming back and saying that. And it just kind of sucks that a lot of people were using that. But at the same time, nothing against tweeting out the hashtag. Nothing against that. Go for it. Tweet it as much as you want. But just don't, anything that comes out from the Cultured Nerd, I'm sorry. You have to take it. It's most likely bullshit. It's most likely bullshit. Sorry, I had to plug in my laptop. Anyways, That's just what kind of irked me today, man. Just really irked me. Davey kind of giving... TCM? Who's TCM? How am I giving them power? I'm calling them out. I'm calling them out, as I do. That's all. It's just like, just made me upset. Because a lot of people just, But anyways, when it comes to restore the SnyderVerse and all that stuff, again, we have SnyderVerses that are happening over at Netflix. And again, don't be upset if it ends up being a graphic novel. Don't be upset if it ends up being not the, a full-on live action. I'm just saying, if you want anything like that pretty immediately, it's not going to be something live action. It's just not, because Zack's busy. Everybody is busy. Everybody's busy. But like I said in that video that I recorded when I was in Vegas, when it came to the Vero post, it's like, yeah, maybe what if Zack was hinting at, hey, I'm going to actually get to finish my story in a graphic novel form. I think, to be honest, I'd be okay with it. If that's what Zack wants to do, that's fine. That way he could look over that and it won't have to be like full-on hands-on, and he could still make his movies, all the original IP that he's making. And we could see the end of his story, and we see a lot sooner because, like I said, he's got two big movies that he's going to be doing on Netflix. So if you want him full-on hands-on, it's not going to be for about 5 or 6 years. Just saying. God, the Naked HD thing came back, didn't they? So, yeah, I'm just saying. But the hardest thing is not getting Zack back. The hardest thing is to get the whole cast back. That's the thing. That's going to be, that would be the challenge of it all. Because, yeah, sure, you got like Godot, Momoa, and Miller that are still continuing on with their characters. Those will probably be the easier ones to maybe get involved, even though they're all pretty busy themselves. But then you got Fisher. The Ray Fisher thing has not been resolved. That has not been resolved. And then, of course, you got Affleck. We don't know exactly if he would want to fully come back, but he's pretty busy himself. And then we got Cavill, who's all up in the air. Of course, he wants to come back. But yeah, we just got to remember that. But then also you have J.K. Simmons. You got all the side characters too. You got all the side characters. And I was going back and forth with some people on Twitter over the weekend where, talking about time management and stuff like that. It's like, to do two big, huge Justice League movies back to back, that is going to be completely your time. And that's going to take 9 to 12 months to shoot. That would take a long time to shoot. So if they're going to, like I said, if they're going to go full force and they can somehow get everybody back, and they could do this in a mini-series form, and then Zack just goes, yeah, use my stuff. I'll oversee it a little bit as much as I can, but then you have other people that are involved with it, other directors. That would be the best case scenario, I would say. Or it just ends up in a book. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's happening. I don't know anything. Trust me. All I know is, when it comes from the culture nerd, it's bullshit. It's not legit. It's just not legit. So, yeah. Yeah, see, and a lot of people would be cool with a graphic novel if that's what Zack wanted, because it's all about what Zack wants, okay? It's all about what they want, okay? And you better believe that when he took that picture with that behind, Debbie was probably like, you realize what that's going to do, right? And Zack was probably like, it's just some fun. Just having some fun. But especially, again, if there is something that's in the works and something that is being conjured up, like a book or something like that, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. What if Zack did an actual motion comic? That'd be pretty fucking funny. No, but that would be easier if they can get all the actors back to just do some fucking a day's worth of voiceover work. Then that'd be a lot easier than a 9-month shoot I don't know. There's just a lot of factors, a lot of logistics of it all, but, we all want to see it, but at the same time, I want to see his new stuff too. And it's great that we got it trending again. It just shows the power of the man. When he posted that image, guess what? Restore the SnyderVerse trends again. What also happens? Final Crisis sells out on Amazon and other different various places. I mean, it just kind of shows you the power of Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder has power. He has great fans, and his fans back him up. Netflix saw this. That's why they gave him all that he wanted. Okay? He gave him all that he wanted. It's all fantastic, man. There's actually a video of a turkey in which we can see Final Crisis, and it sells out everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Andrea Romano as a voice director. There you go. Yes. I like that. I can't wait for the movies. Zack does not have to do it now. In reality, it is going to take a lot of prep work. Yeah, exactly. Negotiations. There's so much logistics that go with all this. And some fans out there just think like it all could just, with a snap of a finger, everything just comes together. No. You're talking about 2 big, huge Justice League sequels, okay? So, and Warner Brothers are still being fucking assholes. They're being still fucking assholes. Again, the Ray Fisher thing has not fully been resolved. Not fully been resolved. It's like little details like that we tend to forget, right? That's what I keep on seeing. It's like we tend to forget little details like that. So, but it would be, I would take it in any form that Zack wants to put it in, okay? If he ends up coming back 7 years later to do these sequels and somehow that happens, fine. If we get a book in the next couple of years that has the finished story, fucking fantastic, okay? Ends up being animation. Totally be down for that too. Whatever the man wants. Whatever the man wants. And I know I always get pushback. Anytime I've talked about that, I always push back where people just think like it has to be live action and Zack directing. That's it. That's the bottom line. That's all they want. That just makes me go, all right, you're not an actual Zack Snyder fan. You just like his DC movies. That's the way I look at it. Because then I go to their Twitter and there's nothing about Army, nothing about Rebel. It's all just DC stuff. I'm like, okay, you're not exactly a Zack Snyder fan. You just like his DC movies. And we can't have that. If you're going to be a Zack Snyder fan, we got to go with, okay, what does he want? What does the man want? And we got to support the absolute shit out of Netflix. We're getting fed so well when it comes to Snyder content over at Netflix. We had 2 movies that came out this year in the Armyverse that are Zack Snyder's SnyderVerse, Armyverse over there on Netflix. Okay? We got fed twice. That's awesome. And we're going to get fed more. And we have to support that. Got to support that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So, cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers. To the many SnyderVerses out there. Yes, we want to restore one, and we want to support the others. That's all I got to say about that, okay? I will always wear this shirt. I love the shirt. I've had it since it was released. And I'm going to support whatever fucking verse he wants to do. And if it comes out in a book, yeah, you better... I mean, can you imagine, though? Like I said in my video, I was like, can you imagine, like, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the continuation, the roundup of that story? It'd be an iconic DC story. That thing would sell out like crazy, too. It'd be up there with Dark Knight Returns and all that. It'd be up there with Final Crisis. But, we'll see.